Hi, my name is Anthony Shahipoma.
Hello, my name is Melissa Ampomozaf.
Hi, my name is Edgar Matthew Karuhanga.
Hi, my name is Isabel Mbavazi.
Hello, my name is Chue David.
My name is Watsemba Miriam. I'm a documentary photojournalist and also a Canon Academy trainer for Uganda. And this year we have 4 trainings for our photography workshops, 2 beginner sessions and 2 intermediate sessions.
I'm glad I attended today's Canon session. It gave me fundamental knowledge to build on what I need to know. Previously, I didn't know. I thought to have the best, you must have the top-notch equipment. I mean, we could start with what I have, and currently I've been having an 18 to 55 mm camera, and I've been hustling with that, thinking I need now money to go buy this heavy thing. But with today's knowledge, I realized I could specialize since I want to be a documentary guy, and this is what I need to use to shoot documentaries. So, with shooting using what I have, which works for what I really want to specialize in. I mean, it's now putting me out of the zone of thinking, now I have to hustle for money, go get this thing. It's putting me in the comfort zone of now I have to think for my camera and use it to create better things, because now I know what I have at hand.
This training has been a very insightful one. Reason being, at the start, I thought that shooting in manual mode is such a hassle and a very hard one. But now I actually feel that the automatic mode actually makes it hard for me or limits me to bring or tell the stories that I want to tell. So I just can't wait to go back and put all my experience out there and tell the stories and bring out the ambience in the photos to the people that I want to tell them. And as well, I can't wait to practice more and come back for more Canon trainings. Yeah, to move from the beginner level to the intermediary level.
So our first session for this year was today, 25th May. And it was a beginner session. So today we had a group of 16 brilliant men and women that showed up for the training. And given it was a beginner's training, it means one of the first things we do in our trainings is we ask the participants for their expectations for the day, what they need to learn, what they're looking forward to learning. And one of the things that stood out the most, like 7 out of 10 people talked about the fact that they want to learn how to shoot in manual mode. So transition from shooting in auto mode to manual mode. I think my biggest highlight is when I see people's faces light up when they discover that something they thought was so complicated or something they had tried to figure out for so long turns out to be so easy after it's explained, and nothing can just replace that bubble feeling that you see or that you experience in the room when people learn a new thing. The participants today, it was a lively class. We began off on a low tone, low energy, and I think that is because people don't really know what to expect in the beginning. But then as you carry forth and with things as basic as how to choose the right lens for the type of photography you're interested in or for your camera, and how that is like such power for someone to know, and what you think is normal knowledge turns out to be knowledge that is actually game-changing for someone, or that would save them thousands of dollars in terms of investment, because they're now able to invest in the right equipment because they have knowledge on what equipment they need.
I have learned a lot through this training with Canon Academy. First of all, I didn't know the various lenses and how these lenses actually worked, but throughout the training, the trainer was able to illustrate the type of lens that you need in a certain landscape. When you want a certain type of shot, what type of lens do you use? So that stood out for me, but also I understood the correlation between the aperture, the shutter speed, and the ISO. So in order for you to document a good photograph, a good video, you need to balance these three aspects. So through this particular training, I was able to understand how I can correlate them in order for me to get the right photo. And also, it painted a picture of the vision of photography. So what do you want? What's the idea that is in your mind? So your vision shapes the kind of lens you'll buy, the kind of camera you'll have, the kind of ISOs you'll connect everything. It correlates and works together.
I am a project coordinator, I am a business consultant, but also someone very passionate about nature, and hence why I attended today's workshop, because I want to pursue my passion in nature photography as well as wildlife. Is it something I've done before? No. Is it something I look forward to working on? Definitely. From today's session, I've learned all the basics regarding photography, how to hold the camera. Before, my hands were all over the place, but now I know you put the left hand down and you hold the camera the correct way. Then I also learned the exposure triangle. That was the most interesting part for me about this workshop. From the aperture to the ISO to the shutter speed, also to the different types of camera lenses as well as the lenses, because here in Uganda, if you ask someone to recommend a camera for you, if it's a wedding photographer, he'll tell you just buy any camera. But from today's workshop, I know exactly what I would need to use for my nature photography journey.
I'm a freelance photographer. I'm glad to be part of this program of Canon at beginner level for learning about the basics of photography. I would like to thank our trainer for today, Ms. Watsemba Mariam, for this wonderful opportunity. I got to know about this program via Instagram, and I said to apply for it. My highlight for today was basically the class. It was a vibrant class. We hope that all we have learned shall be able to apply it in our photography with one aim in mind of growing and developing this craft.
So I think one of the things that also comes out a lot is how often without training, most participants think they need like the most expensive gear, or like they need a lot of money to start their journey as a photographer. And then with basic knowledge, like through the Canon trainings, people figure out they can actually begin with equipment they either already have, they just didn't know how to get the most out of their equipment. So one of the things that the training does is it helps participants, whether it is beginner level photographers or amateur photographers or intermediate photographers, it helps them learn how to make the most out of their Canon equipment. And most cases, people find out they didn't need to buy another camera or another lens immediately. They needed to master the one that they have. And then when they upgrade their own after, it's easy for them to buy the right equipment because they have the knowledge for it. So today we had 16 participants and a ratio of 4 ladies to 12 gentlemen. It's still a win, like yay, 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 because we had some ladies in the room, and I'm looking forward to having more ladies coming for the training. So if you're a lady, you're a girl, you're out there and you'd wish to get into photography, if you're a female photographer out there, this is your sign that you should sign up for our next beginner workshop, especially if you're beginning out, or if you've already been shooting but you'd love to make the most of your camera and you want to understand your Canon gadgets to the depth, then this is your sign to sign up for our intermediary session, which is on 27th July.
I learned this particular training workshop through my boss, who forwarded me this particular link and told me there's a training that is going to be happening on Saturday, and I had to come through. And I would like to also add that the trainer was really good. She was illustrative. I understood everything that she taught, and I'm sure that after this particular training, I'll be able to use Canon cameras to tell a very good story as a journalist. Maybe a special shout outs and thanks, or a vote of thanks to Canon for this particular training, because it's timely and it's something that we needed right here. So I'm sure that after this particular training of Canon, I'm going to be telling stories and taking photos that are very, very impactful and good at the end of the day.
I found out about this workshop on Instagram. There was an ad, so I saw it, and I had never seen any photography workshop online or anywhere calling people to just teach them the basics of photography. So when I saw it, I was like, yay, this is my opportunity to do this. So via Instagram, and from today's session, I'm very grateful for all the facilitators. I'm grateful for Miriam, she was very amazing. Henry as well, who took us through the different products and at what prices. So it's really going to be very helpful when it comes to planning on purchasing my own, because I don't own one yet, but now I have all that information. And with the knowledge today that I've received, I look forward to going on the nature photography journey more confident than before. Thank you very much.
I haven't understood photography before then, like I've understood it today. So I would say big thanks to Canon and the facilitator, Miriam Watsemba.
So today's knowledge, I really appreciate. All thanks to Miriam, the tutor, and Canon. Obviously, thanks to Canon. I'm glad I known where I was before. When I came in, I didn't have all this knowledge, but I'm living with all the knowledge, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hit the gigs.
One of the biggest gaps in the photography industry in Uganda is education. And we are very grateful to Canon that it gets to cover that gap in education. So while people could end up buying the Canon cameras and all, most importantly, it is the fact that it is empowering many creatives in the photography industry in Uganda, also in Africa at large. So thank you very much to Canon for investing in knowledge, for investing in photography education in Uganda, because it's covering a very big gap in that area. Bye.
By names of Ayewari Henry, and I work with Canon. I'm the project leader. And for the Canon Academy, I want to thank the attendees of today's session, which was our first session for this year. And they will be having other more sessions in July, in September, and our last session in November. About Canon, we always encourage our end users that always buy our genuine products from our distributors in the country. And the benefits on that is that they always have 2 years warranty on the product they buy. And also they always have the training voucher, which is always inside the box once they buy the new brand cameras, and which is from our right channel distributors. And also other benefits that they have is that in case of service, in Uganda we have our distributors, and we also have the service centers in case of anything about the product where they can also go to for repair and maintenance. And we also have a variety of Canon products within the country through our distributors. That is Anishuma Traders Limited and the Mitsumi Distribution Company. And we, as the supporting team for Canon in Uganda, we are always accessible. If you reach out to us, we can also guide you on what we can buy. And we always have much of our stocks in the country. And we are always here to support. And for the Canon Academy attendees, we always encourage them to use the right channel products. Once you buy from the right channel, meaning you have more benefits. And we also have this training session for free of charge to the all who always use our genuine products. Thank you.